What up guys, my name is Mentorship, and if you're watching this video, it's probably because you're considering whether you should get into my mentorship program. And I bet that I can tell you the 4 biggest issues you have in your agency right now, and those are things we work with day in, day out in my mentorship program. So let me just dive in and share my screen and show you a few things, and I think you're gonna like it. So on my screen here, right here, we can see that the most common problems for agency owners is number 1, not enough leads. Number 2, a really high show rate on unqualified meetings that basically don't want to work with you. They have low closing rates or just a really disorganized sales process. Or number 4, they're just too involved in daily operations and you're spending more time working in your agency and not working on your agency, right? So those are the 4 big problems. Usually number 1 is the one we fixed first. In my mentorship program, I am very hands-on and help you set up the systems, the funnels, the ads, the messaging, the offer, and everything in between that you need to really succeed with problem number 1 and really turn it into a marketing system that allows you to get new leads, right? So all these things, these are the 10 most common ones I see day in, day out, and they're the ones we fix. But you might be wondering, like, what's included in the program? And I'm just going to show you quickly what's included. So we got 2 different sort of like programs. The one is called VIP mentoring. And by the way, everything is handled by me. There's no other coach in there that will take over. This is why I keep it super small and super intimate, because at the end of the day, I'm the one that has the keys to everything. I know how to put it all together. So number 1, you get access to my course, which has all the different modules and how to scale your agency. This is the self-study area, and I only see this as icing on top of the cake. It's not where a lot of the value lies in the VIP mentoring program, because at the end of the day, a course is a course, and yes, there's a lot of good stuff, but what you really pay for is access to me. So number 2, what's included in the program is, you know, a monthly private one-to-one call with me where we go over all your biggest issues and we create sort of an action plan which you are going to be following in order to reach your goals. And everything we do in the action plan, everything we create is always going to be based on your goals and your challenges. That way we know that there's nothing more important in your agency to work on than actually fixing the stuff in your action plan, as getting through it and executing on it. So what's included is the one-to-one call, and also, of course, it is me going into your Meta account, helping you with the ads, guiding you. It's a done with you program, to be honest. It's also going into your sales program or CRM. Could be Go High Level, could be HubSpot, whatever. And I'm helping you to set things up correctly in there, because often it goes really off track if you don't have this set up, and maybe you don't even have a sales program. And at that point, this is one of the critical things we need to fix. At the end of the day, if you have a problem with sales or leads coming in, you need a professional way to structure that. So we set that up and I help you with it. I'm very, very detail oriented in creating your offer, fixing your offer, setting things up correctly, setting a funnel up that actually produces qualified calls, and just everything in between, because there's going to be 1,000 questions for you. So that's included. That's the majority of the value is. Of course, what's also included is Slack access to me. We're going to have a private one-to-one channel, and every single day you can write to me if you want to. I always reply within 24 hours. But also there's a lot of group channels in there. And let me just show you, like, immediately also, let me just switch over to my agency supremacy view here. What you can see here is obviously, you know, ongoing communication with all my different mentees. As you can see here, my VIP mentoring and my startup mentoring here. Of course, there's also going to be the announcement channels where I post new content, new videos all the time, things that work. And we have a bunch of different channels where we share success stories and things that work, and so on and so on. So there's a lot of value in the mentoring through the Slack channel. Your private channel is where we go over the day-to-day and you get to ask me things that you need help with. And honestly, when I tell you to set up a funnel, set up ads, hire A players, create a structure for how you're going to fulfill your work, how you're going to reduce client churn, that's going to produce a lot of doubt and questions. And that's why I built my mentorship, where you can have that one-to-one access to me in order to get a reply for all these different questions, right? And that will really help you. Otherwise, I don't see that you can actually succeed with this. And that's the whole purpose. I took all the bad experiences of all the mentorship programs I've been in, coaching, courses, and I just tailored it exactly to what I know works. And I think a lot of it is the follow-up and having someone in your corner that can really guide you and mentor you. So the Slack channel is included, but it doesn't stop there. You're also going to be invited to a mastermind, a physical mastermind that will be hosted twice a year. It's included in your monthly retainer if you are a VIP mentorship program. So that means you don't have to pay extra. You would only have to pay for your hotel and so on. But you know, it comes with lunch and dinner included. The first one we have, the next one we have hosted here is in this hotel. You can see this is the meeting room we'll sit in. Really great gym, pool, all that kind of jazz that you might like. And then just, you know, this is a powerful 2 days. We go full on. There's going to be guest speakers. We're going to share the best tactics. We're going to share the new stuff that haven't been posted anywhere. And honestly, this is where people really grow the most, is in these physical events, because it forces you out of the bubble and it forces you to learn and to open your mind for new things, new strategies you never thought about before. Of course, all the presentations are recorded, so if you cannot actually attend, then at least the recordings are going to be recorded and you will have to see them later. But of course, a lot of the really good stuff is going to be at dinner, where we go over certain things, tactics, things that go, you know, that we don't discuss necessarily on a call, on a recording, I mean, in a presentation. So of course, being here physically is going to be, you know, extra valuable. So that is that. Now there's lots of testimonials. These are also live on my LinkedIn, so I'm not going to really bother reading them out loud. You can go to my LinkedIn if you want to see what people are saying. You can also write to every single person and ask them if they're happy with their mentorship. We didn't have a single person quit the mentorship after they started, which is also why it's getting full. That's sort of my next thing. There's 2 spots available as of now, and that's because my VIP mentoring is getting pretty full, and then the startup mentoring is also getting pretty full. There's 2 spots left. That can change, but so far no one has quit the program, so that's why it fills up fast. And it's also why we will increase the prices when we get to the last spot that's left, because it doesn't make sense to continue the same price point where there's so much demand. Pricing options here, if you want to work with me, I'm just going to be totally upfront. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time. It's $3K a month, no contract, no locked up period. If you pay the $3K a month, you have some discount options available. If you pay 6 months in advance, you'll get a nice discount here. And if you pay 12 months advance, then you get, what is that, 33% discount. So it's a huge one if you want to pay upfront. But then it's not mandatory. You can pay per month if you want to. If you want to save money, those options are there. And once we have only a spot left, we're going to go up to 4K a month. I think that will happen very soon. Could happen in May or in June, or could happen anytime. Because when you're close to full capacity, it's a rule, you always want to increase your prices. That is something I teach to my students as well. Just based on the pure supply and demand spectrum, that's always what you want to do. So if you feel like, wow, this is too expensive, it sounds amazing, but it's not for me, I do have a lighter option for the smaller agencies. This is typical of any agencies around 20K or under. In this one, things are obviously going to be cheaper. We also don't have the same access. You will have, of course, the course and everything. Of course, I put new videos in there very frequently. You have access to that. That's not a problem at all. You also have full Slack access to all the group channels. And you do have a one-to-one channel with me. You can ask me any questions in there, but my work is going to be limited to what I can do within Slack, what I can answer you in there. I still do Loom videos, still do a lot of cool things to show you how I would do it, but I'm not going to join your Meta account. I'm not going to be in your Go High Level account and all these other things. I'm not going to be in a call. And that is because it doesn't support it with the price here. It's way cheaper and it's a good way to get started. You still get a lot of value. You still have access day to day to actually ask me any questions you may have. So this is the video for that. This is the program for that. And then of course you still have the mastermind, but you have to pay if you want to be part of it. But it's an upsell that you can buy into at 2K USD if you want to join the mastermind. So there's an availability for that. Again, the availability out of all is the same, but the price is lower, it's 1,000 a month. If you don't want to, if you just want to go month to month, if you want to pay advanced, then you can save up to 50%. If you pay 12 months in advance, it's a pretty good deal here. So anyway, those are the two options you have for joining my program and how it all works. I just wanted to give you the full overview of what's included. Now, if you click the link below, you can schedule a call. So click that if you want to join and talk to me about next steps. Bye.